If I had another penny, I would have another chair. I would make the piper play the bonny lass of Biker Hill. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. The pitman and the cailman trim, they drink bumble made from gin. Then to dance they do begin to the tune of the Elsie Marley. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. When first I went down to the dirt, I had no coat nor no pitcher, but now I've gotten 2 or 3. Walker pits done well by me. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. Johnny Charlton, he had a pig, he hit him with a shovel and he danced a jig. All the way to the Walker Shore, to the tune of the Elsie Marley. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore. Biker Hill and Walker Shore, collier lads forevermore.
That was the first song from the Wilsons, and no chance. Welcome to the third Hartlepool Folk Festival. The only safety thing I'm going to say is if there's a fire, there's a door that way and a door that way, make your way out. There's no plan for a fire, so the alarm goes.
Run like hell.
Run like hell, yeah. When Johnny asked me if I'd do some MCing for this festival, I said yes, that was fine, but there's one event I really wasn't going to miss, and that's this one. I'm sure there's a lot of you feel the same way, so it's great to see the family getting the gold badges. I've been lucky enough to be friends with the family for over 40 years now, and I've had some wonderful times with them, and I've had some completely bizarre times. We've got a number of guests on after the badge presentation, but we're going to take some time now for the presentation, so I'm going to ask Alistair to step up and handle that. Alistair.
Hi, thanks very much. Well, in case you don't know, there is an organisation called the English Folk Dance and Song Society, which was founded just over 100 years ago. Whoops.
They're all there. That's something very plasticky to me.
There's one missing, you're not getting yours. Put them there. Yes, and anyway, for a goodly number of years, they have decided it was a good idea to recognise some of the amazing contributions that people throughout the country make to the tradition of English music. And what happens is various members, just who have been aware of contributions that people have made, will write into the Gold Badge Committee. And the Gold Badge Committee sits there and ponderously decides whether this is a good idea or not. I should think it must have taken them all of about 4 milliseconds to think, that's a bloody good idea, why haven't we done that before? Because I can't think of any body that's more deserving who haven't made quite the impact that the Wilsons have. Anyway, we shall hear a lot more about that as we go on. So people who proposed to the EFDSS that the Wilsons should be so honoured are Alison and Rachel Hamer, so welcome them. Yay!
round at Whitby in 2016, and I was watching everybody's faces, and I realised that I've known this lot for over 40 years, and I've watched as they've helped people, encouraged people, and given people so much joy. And from the grassroots, and from every one of you who've enjoyed their singing, I decided that they should be recognised for it. So I decided to write a nomination and tell the story of the Wilsons. And it is a pretty wonderful story. We've heard them sing in toilets, bus shelters, everywhere you go.
You said you weren't going to mention it.
I know. But you've heard them sing in concert. But I nominated them from the heart of everyone who gathers with them, opens up their voice and just sings. And I believe that grassroots singing should stay forever. And this was my way of saying thank you.
So a man told me anyone can nominate. If you believe someone is worthy, or a group is worthy of a gold badge, you can nominate them. And what happened, the man did the first nomination and I was asked a second, and I said yes. Immediately, my first song memory was Close the Cold House Door, Wilson singing it, cheery nursery songs. But my dad, 40 years ago in Billingham, I really believe from the encouragement of the Wilsons that my dad sings today and why I sing. They are the most supportive of young people and everyone to sing. You walk into that sing around, if you want to sing, they will support you all the way. They've always been great supporters of me, of the young'uns, of the unthanks, and countless others who would say that they're singing because of the Wilsons and their support. So, we're dead chuffed. But we couldn't tell anyone, and I saw them in pubs when we nominated them. We nominated them in February, and we couldn't say out. So it was really, so it's lovely to be here celebrating. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Very well deserved.
What happens now is, and this is standard way, is that somebody writes a citation of just what, all that they've done and their achievements deserving of this gold badge. So this citation was written by an old friend of everybody's, Kathryn Tickell, and she can't be with us, but who better than Mike Tickell to read the citation on behalf of Kathryn.
Thanks very much. Well, the Hamers have encapsulated everything that's special about the Wilsons, and they've done it in just a few words. But this is the formal citation. This is going to have to be reduced by 200 words to go in the English Folk Dance and Song Society's magazine. Now, it's got to fit on the English Folk Dance and Song Society magazine's standard page. When have the Wilsons ever fit the standard page? Kathryn told me to wear a tie for this gold event. Am I the only person?
You look very cool.
Nice. Thank you. I'll read it as I was told to. To catalogue the Wilsons family's achievements in full would take far more time than we have tonight. For a start, there's 5 of them. Although actually, even that's not the full picture. The Wilsons are a family, and there are others apart from Tom, Chris, Steve, Ken and Mike, whose influences shape the way they sing, the way they perform, and who they are. And I'm thinking of Pat, who sang with them for 30 years, Pat. I'll not make you even older than you are. Kathryn, that's going to have to go out. who after Dad died, came away with them and sang. It was in 1973 that Tom, Chris and Steve started to sing together in three-part harmony. They were drawn to powerful traditional songs and songs of social comment. They became regular visitors to the many North East folk clubs, establishing themselves as respected floor singers, as well as consolidating their knowledge of the repertoire, learning from tradition and revivalist singers in places like the Cuddy Wren, Eston Folk Club, the Bridge in Newcastle, Darlington Folk Workshop, and many more. Always happy to join in support of the singers, they started their own informal singers club in 1974, with Ken and Mike joining them after school. Mike particularly wanted that in, to get the in. They also started the legendary week-long singing marathons in the Cutty Sark at Whitby Folk Festival, which continued for many years. Kathryn had lasted for many years. They were long, but not that long. It was at Whitby in 1977 that Malcolm Story, I've seen him, is he here? Right in front of him, that Malcolm Story offered them their first paid booking, requiring them to come up with a name. Do you remember that, Malcolm? You do? You remember something? That booking was at Folk Union 1 in Hull, home to the Watersons, which may have influenced their choice of name. The Wilson family. In the decades since then, the Wilsons have continued to promote traditional song with hundreds of performances and singing sessions. They still run a weekly club at the Welly in Wolverston, providing a platform and meeting place for other singers. And when they venture outside the folk scene, the power and volume of their hard-edged vocals and the clarity of their harmonies never fails to impress. I've seen them at the Proms. Well, actually, I have seen them at the Proms. In the Royal Albert Hall, in the same concert as the BBC singers, who during the sound checks had seen these long-haired lads in their shorts and sandals with broad Teesside accents, probably thought they were part of the sound crew until the Wilsons sang and the BBC singers wilted. I don't think that's particularly politic, actually. I think it should be the BBC singers applauded. And of course their work recording and performing with Sting, going over to New York with their entire families, turning the Standard Hotel in the East Village into a little oasis of Teesside for a fortnight. A typical Wilson's moment was when they were asked to sing the tune, just in unison, despite their best efforts. Harmonies just kept flowing out. The musical director was at his wit's end. But Sting said, whatever the Wilsons do, that's what I want. For the Wilsons, singing is their life, not a matter of wealth or fame. A family for whom the phrase down to earth could have been coined. There is absolute commitment and integrity in their performance, although they are not above the occasional irreverent comment. Whilst their musical heritage is absolutely that of the northeast of England, rural and industrial, traditional and modern, they're happy to take on a good song from anywhere, championing the work of other singers and songwriters, including Graham Miles. The Wilsons were the first to record a full album of Graham's songs back in 1983, and of course including Peter Bellamy. Hearing the Wilson family sing is to be surrounded by powerful harmony. Their singing is fused and potent, carrying the songs perfectly. This has brought them many friends and admirers from audiences across the UK and abroad. They have been a massive influence on other performances, including the award-winning Young'uns. The first one that was asked for a comment was David Young'un. He said, "The Wilsons? Never heard of them." Michael Young'un? I've heard of them, but I hate them. Sean Young'un told the truth. Hearing the Wilsons sing for the first time when we were teenagers was one of the most inspirational moments of our lives. We knew then and there that we wanted to be folk singers, and we spent the last 13 years pulling at their hairy ankles and looking up to them. It is their outstanding contribution to English folk song that has led to the Wilson family being awarded the Gold Badge of the English Folk Dance and Song Society. Thank you.
Mike, and do convey everybody's thanks to Kathryn for writing that. That's tremendous. I have one more message from somebody called Sting. Anyway, so I've been asked to read the words of Sting. I haven't done that before. So, the award is so richly deserved for the extraordinary contribution that the Wilson family have made to English folk music. I, that's him, had the great pleasure to work with them on the last ship and would add my heartiest congratulations to all of them. Thank you. Sting. Yay! Yay! Right. The moment has come. So we're going to ask them up in from the youngest. So Mike. Hey.
Don't cry, Mike.
There we go. Yay! This is fantastic for me because you see, I'm old enough to remember when they were the young'uns. Yeah. just before I ask one or all of them to say a few words, I just want to add my thoughts. The simple reason that they get the badge is because they sing for the best possible reason. It's because they love singing and they love the effect it has on everybody else when they join in and everybody starts singing. And you can feel that palpably when you're with them, that love of these songs and the very fact of people together singing just lifts us all. It's the sort of thing which you'll all be doing all the time. So everybody has to keep singing. Yay, the Wilsons!
Singing, which is going to be absolutely brilliant tonight, and so we don't want to take up too much time with this. We'll have to have 5 minutes after this just to take some photographs for the EFDSS website and magazine. But I'd just like to say particular thanks to Alistair for being brilliant in doing the awards for us. To have the chairman of the EFDSS in our region is brilliant anyway, and for him to deign to give us our award.
Did you have a choice?
The other thing I'd always
We did
like
say
to
we'd kneecap him.
The other thing I'd like to do is, on behalf of the whole family, thank Kathryn. Kathryn was virtually, well, she was a unanimous choice when we were asked who would we like to write a few words about us. And Kathryn, we've known her well since she was a band, and she's just a lovely person. She's kept in touch through all those years. Obviously, like to thank Ali and Rachel because we didn't know anything about these nominations and stuff like that. And we were over in Settle, and we just found out, and these two were absolutely beaming because we could eventually open their mouths and say something about it. But mainly, I'd like to thank, again on behalf of all the family, all of our families, our extended families. We couldn't have done this for 40 years without their major support. Their wives, children, partners, everybody, they've had to put up with a fair bit with us being away at gigs and things like that. But they've always been supportive, and I'd like to give our heartfelt thanks to them about that. And just finally, I'd like to say that if, as you do with these things sometimes, you dedicate it, we would all, I think, agree that we dedicate these awards to Mum and Dad, who have just been the most wonderful parents and brought us up with a love of singing and a love of each other. And that's enabled us to stick together for all these years and enjoy it. So thanks very much indeed.
Said you're going to have to just talk amongst yourselves for 5 minutes, okay? Because Dennis is going to come up and take some photos for the magazine.
Yeah, hey. But a smashing presentation. Thank you very much. And thank you particularly for Alison and Rachel for putting me forward. Right, we've got a lot of guests, not a lot of time, so they're going to do just 10 minutes each. And we're going to start with Jib, which is Jim Mageean, Barrie and Temple. Jib!
Good evening. Wasn't that great?
Fantastic.
Yeah. I said this is the night when even the lies are true. We've been told to be very quick with this, so we'll finish with this one. Straight in. I'm going to sing a couple of Geordie songs.
Start with the chorus.
when Daddy comes home with the oar. For I am a Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town. Like a swallow I'll follow a rope to the cold Arctic ground, and the good folk of shields from quayside and Cale bid farewell now, Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town.
John Sutherland's me name, Owen Whalen's me game. I'm one of those hard Greenland men. I live life to the full, I never run by the rule. I'm awkward and stubborn, you learn. Oh, when the press comes to call, to the gang I'll not fall, for the Lord says I'm a man you can't spoil. Long as I'm outward bound, then you'll not hear the sound. Oh, Johnny's been pressed in the road, for I am a Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town. Like a swallow I'll follow the rope to the cold Arctic ground, and the good folk of shields from quayside and Cale bid farewell now, Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town. Oh, now when I'm ashore, there's no fear, so you know I can argue and curse with the best, and you'll not put me down. I'd rather tear up this town, live me life in riot, not rest. For when I'm away, I think long on the day, and me family that's waiting at the end. But when it's late in the year, and the whaling's all clear, to the time and the cold I'll return. For I am a Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town. Like a swallow I'll follow the rope to the cold Arctic ground, and the good folk of shields from quayside and Cale bid farewell now, Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town, and the good folk of shields from quayside and Cale bid farewell now, Greenlander bound out from Newcastle town.
So the Wilsons have said that they'd like to sing with everybody that's on the concert tonight, and so we suggested one or two songs they might like to join us on, but Tom insisted on this one. And you don't argue with Tom, who stood at the bar ordering his Guinness, and you better get yourself down here, Tom, you're on. This is one that Barrie wrote 7 years ago, when we lost all our cranes from the time. From Swan Hunters, they all got sold to India, and they carried them off in a pontoon in the middle of the night over to Rotterdam and then round to India. And Barrie and Ingrid went down and sang songs to the cranes in the middle of the night and nearly got arrested.
Well, actually, what happened was we decided to sing a goodbye to the cranes, and we were standing on the quayside 1:30 in the morning, and we were singing away, and I opened my eyes to be confronted by a police car sitting right in front of us, you know, and I thought, oh, music lovers. So we just carried on singing, and when we finished, these two policemen just went.
It said everything.
Said it all, really.
Come on then. What's the show?
Oh, sorry. Right, get the key right.
Start with the chorus. Oh no, won't start with the chorus. No more ringing of them hammers down the yard. No more clanking of them spanners down the yard. No more cursing, no more swearing, no more sweat and no more caring. A museum now they're preparing down the yard. So close your eyes and tell me what you see. Can you remember where those big cranes used to be? All the red ones and the blue ones, the yellow and the grey. Just a little bit of history. Once they had their day. Down the yard. On a cold and frosty morning. Down the yard. You could hear that buzzer going. Down the yard. Down the bank you'd see them marching, just like soldiers to the war. Sons just like their fathers did now. Down the yard. So close your eyes and tell me what you see. Can you remember where those big cranes used to be? All the red ones and the blue ones, the yellow and the grey. Just a little bit of history. Once they had their day. Down the yard. Times were hard and days were long now. Down the yard. Men were tough and bloody strong now. Down the yard. For those hands of working men, they weren't made for pushing pens, but steel and rivets they could bend now. Down the yard. So close your eyes and tell me what you see. Can you remember where those big cranes used to be? All the red ones and the blue ones, the yellow and the grey. Just a little bit of history. Once they had their day. Down the yard. Now the bosses and the workers. Down the yard. They just sit and watch the tide now. Down the yard. Mighty cranes are standing still, for there's no spirit left to kill. Soon those cranes will be gone as well now. Down the yard. So close your eyes and tell me what you see. Can you remember where those big cranes
back to the concert. Nice little backing group they got there. And now I'm delighted to welcome up Johnny Handel and Chris Hendry.
I know I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. I was hoping they wouldn't all disappear because a few years ago at Whitby, Johnny and I and the Wilsons did a concert of mining songs, and we had the most wonderful afternoon. And we'd been worried beforehand about how on earth we were going to rehearse. And the rehearsal took the form of sending a list of the songs that we were each going to do and crossing out the ones that overlapped in both our repertoires. And there were only 2 songs, and this is one of them. And I was allowed to sing it because I come from Fife. And it's the Donny Bristle Mossmoran disaster, which took place on the 26th of August 1901. There were lots and lots of songs written on the back of this disaster, where some of the miners and quite a few of the rescue team lost their lives. But this one's written by James Murray of Cowdenbeath. He was a baker. I had a baker's shop, but he was also a local poet. And he wrote this, and it's got a wonderful chorus if you feel like joining in, which I'm sure you will.
Is any Wilson's a rune?
Behind you.
We're behind you, Johnny. Well, you can stand up if you want, you know.
I'm standing up. On the 26th of August, our fatal moss gave way. Although we did our level best, its course we could not stay. 10 precious lives there were at stake. Who'll save them was the cry. We'll bring them to the surface, or along with them we'll die. There was Rattray and MacDonald, there was Hyde and Patterson. Too well they knew the dangers and the risks they had to run. They never stopped to count the cost. We'll save them was the cry. We'll bring them to the surface, or along with them we'll die. They stepped upon the cage, they were ready for the fray. Each one of them meant business as they held themselves away. Soon they reached the bottom, far from the light of day. They went to search the workings, and Tom Rattray led the way. They lost their lives, God help them. Ah, yes, it was a fight. We never shall forget them, no, they have lost their lives. So let us pay attention to their children and their wives. It simply is our duty now, so let us all beware. Their fathers died a noble death and left them in our care. There was Rattray and MacDonald, there was Hyde and Patterson. Too well they knew the dangers and the risk they had to run. They never stopped to count the cost. We'll save them, was the cry. We'll bring them to the surface, or along with them we'll die.
This is a song about the last farm in the Cheviot. It's called The Land Where the Fells Meet the Sky. Oh, sing me the old, old song of the time that's long gone by, where the sun of our youth shone as bright as the moon, in the land where the fells meet the sky, and we join in the order of the year, with the crops and the beast to mind, as the seasons came anew, all were working life through, with friends that were true and kind. We'd wander by the burn in the spring, as it went on its way to the sea, but the sweetest of all was the wild curlew score, for that was the music for me. I had brought in that fine scent of spring, as life started over again, and the lambs and the ewes corn and green in my nose. I can hear that sweet call once again. Oh, play me the old, old tunes that would call me to dance in the hall, with couple and set. I can see them there yet, and soon we'd be friends with them all, and the fiddle and the accordion would play, for we'd put the night's hours to scorn, with waltzes or jigs or a high-stepping reel, and leave in the soft morning dawn. But there's tales and the songs left to sing, and tunes that will mind as we stay. So fill cup or glass, make time sweetly pass, and join with me as we sing. Oh, sing me the old, old song of the time that's long gone by, where the sun on my youth shone as bright as the gold. In the land where the bells meet the sky. In the land where the bells meet the sky.
Thanks, Julie and Chris. We've got a couple of youngsters up now. All things are relative. There was mention of Mike coming to the folk clubs after school earlier on. At a similar time, Damien will have been doing the same thing elsewhere. And it wasn't long before they paired up as mates. I'm not sure how much longer it was before they started singing together, but they had a bond fairly early in friendship. Can you please put your hands together for Damien, Barber and Mike Tickell?
Yeah, I think it was 15 years of friendship before we started singing. Many bottles of whiskey. Those days have stopped, haven't they, since we started singing.
Mike bought me a half pint of soda water tonight. Always went after first. Ever since I stopped drinking and particularly stopped drinking with Mike, I'm drinking soda water, but I've always liked to drink a pint, do you know what I mean? A pint of soda water.
Same weight.
Same weight, that's what it is, yeah. And it came half a pint in a little Britvic bottle. So.
You weren't impressed, were you?
No. I'll sing down here then, shall I?
Yes, this is the first outing for this method of singing at Damien.
Let's have that one in the middle, I think.
We'll practice by doing an introduction first. So, there'll be plenty of talk of Peter Bellamy, quite rightly, this weekend. He's obviously the main feature on Sunday's concerts, the Barrie River Ballads. So we'll start, both songs are influenced by Peter Bellamy. It's traditional broadside that Peter put the tune in.
Should spend their store, so they resolved that I should float on board my war.
The old press gang surrounded me, their warrant they did show, and they said that I should go to sea and face a daring foe. So off they lugged me to the boat. Was then I cursed my fate,
for there I found that I should float on board a mighty age. When first I put my foot on board, how I did stand and stare, for our Admiral he gave the word, there is no time to spare. So we weighed our anchors, shook out sail, and off they bore me straight to face the French in storm and gale. On board that mighty
and as time flew by, I bowled the crew, and hardened was the war. I could run aloft with my skipped through and found you'd another star. Right, well, I did my duty too, till I got boatswain's mate, and at last me soon got boatswain too. On board that 98.
Well, the years rolled by at Trafalgar, brave Nelson he fought and fell, and when they capsized that party time, I took a rappers and bell. So to Greenwich College I came back, because I saved my fate. They only not Alwyn of Jack on board that 98. So now I can my cocoa take, my pouch with baccy stored, with my blue coat and my three-cocked hat, I'm as happy as a lord. For I've done me duty, served my king, and now I bless my fate. But bless me, I'm too old to sing. I'm nearly 98.
Wilson's up. Who are words by Bob Copper. The words performed with Bob Copper wrote in 1945, and Peter turned it into a song in the early 80s and put a tune to it. It's called The Old Songs. So we'll leave you with this after this exhaustingly long set.
This must be the most songs we've got into the shortest amount of time.
I wouldn't have even started singing it.
I didn't think we were going to get one in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you may moan with plaintive tone your chordless modern tune, but I will roar along the shore beneath the blood-red moon, and songs that Nelson sailors sang shall ring across the waves, and 50,000 sailor men will join the chorus parade, a chorus brave and tarry that savours of the sea, and 50,000 sailor men will rise to sing with me the old songs that gave our fathers joy, the songs they sang to a welkin ground when Nelson was a boy. Or in the dusty sunlit barn, a farmer's song I'll sing, a country rhyme to a rhythmic time of flails that pump and swing, full up and down the threshing floor to win the golden grain, and 50,000 thresher men will join the bold refrain, a bold refrain and fearless that springs from English soil, and 50,000 thresher men will join my song of toil, the old songs that gave our fathers joy.
in the depths of cellar cool, reclining on a bench, when I've dispersed an honest thirst, that ale alone can quench, I will wake the vaulted echoes white in praise of barley brew, and 50,000 drinking men will join the chorus true, a chorus true and hearty of hops and barley malt, and 50,000 singing men will prove their worth, their salt. They will echo onwards down the years and never, never fade, for 50,000 singing men will never be afraid, for to raise the lusty voices, their spirits to revive, and tell to all eternity, we're glad that we're alive.
How you doing tonight? We're just going to race on. We've got lots of guests to put on. So please, can you put your hands together for Taffy Thomas?
Hope the Wilsonian Institute is lined up behind me. What's not to like about them, eh? They're the real deal. Massive congratulations, chaps and Pat. No, it's not. It's been my pleasure, whenever possible, to share the stage or more often a pub bar with the Wilson family, and it's also my delight as a storyteller that at the end of one of my stories, they seamlessly come in with the perfect song. I'm saying that optimistically, as we're doing this spot, and then a completely new show tomorrow lunchtime where we feed your imagination, your bellies, and your ears with fruits of the sea. That's for tomorrow. Anyway, now, I love this scene that we all enjoy being involved in. It is like a big family anyway. I mean, these guys are a family, but we sort of all are as well. But I've known that for 50 years. But I sometimes worry that perhaps we're a little bit not broad enough out. And several things have been said about the Wilson family by people tonight about how they reach audiences that other people don't reach. And it's to that I want to do this little story tonight, because the week before last had the pleasure of being in a pub bar with them, and we managed to find a pub to have a drink and a chat. In other words, a pub with no fogies in it, just some locals and some holiday makers. And we got chatting to the holiday makers, and one of them was a young couple from Sunderland, a couple of Mackhams, and one of them was a teacher, and they were there to celebrate a wedding anniversary. I don't know if you boys remember this. And they said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I'm a storyteller. And they said, well, what did this lot behind you do? I said, if I tell you a story, you might find out. And they said, well, we've never been to a folk club, anything like that in our life. And I said, well, I can tell you a Grimm's fairy tale. And they said, go on then. And the pub went quiet. Now, this is the Grimm's fairy tale, I said, that your nanny wasn't allowed to tell you. And they said, listen, we're from Sunderland. Our nanny was our grandma.
But isn't it true?
So there we are. So this is the story I told, and I hope they'll cut in with the song that
They sang
Seamlessly, Taffy.
Seamlessly.
When we remember what that song is.
We were on Blue Peter as well.
Was it something to do with
Mining.
Mining.
Seamless, you see. Seamless. If it's that seamless tomorrow lunchtime, we should all be well
Should
pleased.
see our stocking. Seamless.
Anyway, a redundant miner and a rich politician chanced to die on the same day, and they met at the pearly gates. And it must be said, it was the first time they'd ever met. They waited patiently, and the pearly gates opened. And St. Peter popped his head out. He said to the rich politician, "You can come in." When the politician stepped through the gates into heaven, there was singing and rejoicing. The miner waited patiently. The gates shut. The redundant miner waited on. Again, the gates opened. And St. Peter said, "Now you can come in." When the redundant miner stepped into heaven, there was total silence. The miner cursed. He said, "It's the same up here as it is down below." St. Peter said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, one law for the rich and one for the poor." And St. Peter said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Well, when the rich politician stepped here into heaven, there was singing and rejoicing. And when I stepped in here, there was total silence. One law for the rich and one for the poor." St. Peter said, "Yes, but you see, you are a poor man. Get one like you up here every day of the week. But we haven't had a rich politician up here for over 100
Finest life is like a sailor's, for the ships across the waves. Every day his life's in danger, still he ventures being brave. Watch the rocks, they're falling daily, careless miners always fail, so keep your hand upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Union miners stand together, do not heed the owner's tale. Keep your hand upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. You've been talked and talked again, boys. You've been lulled into for one. But what have you to show for working since your mining has begun? It's one of boots and one of miner, lungs and stone and children pale. So keep your hand upon your wages and your eye upon the scale. Union miners stand together, do not heed the owner's tale. Keep your hand upon your wages
story there was for the delight that is the Wilson family, and I know that the 6 of us, with the song and story together, would like that to be in memory of Bertie Draycott, whose funeral was today.
Thanks, Kathryn. Thanks for mentioning Bertie. We saw off this morning in grand style. And I mentioned the Collingwood earlier. Wonderful little club it was. We had guests occasionally. And there were some absolutely special nights. And one of them, I remember, the guest must have done at least 45 minutes of encores after the end of the night. It was absolutely wonderful. And I'm pleased to say he's here tonight along with Lynette. So please welcome Jim and Lynette Eldon.
Thank you. No, I think I might be talking about the same night, and so that I remember that quite differently. What I remember is there was a night at the Collingwood, and I thought, no, I think I'm supposed to go on while 20 past. And after I'd been going on, and I was thinking, God, I've done a good long set here, and I looked at it, and I thought, oh, it's only 10 past, and then I realised it was 10 past the next hour. Just one of these ones moving aside. Just make some space for Lynette's feet, please, and then one or two of you will be able to see. I'll have all the mics, and they'll be able to hear me 3 times. I did, I can't remember which of you guys, Wilson guys it was, I think it was maybe Steve and Chris, but maybe others, I don't know. I once did a thing at Whitby Festival that was called, it was a talk, and it was called Frankenstein's Minstrel, and that was the title of it. And what I was trying to, well, the point I was trying to make was that a lot of the songs that I knew in from little bits, but then you kind of put them back together until you've got a full song. That was the sort of Frankenstein idea of it. And this lot were quite taken with that. And one of the songs that was to do with was I Wish There Was No Prisons. And so some of you'd like to come and help with Prisons were singing it. So this was from a little tiny bit of a song, Once Upon a Time. I wish there was no prisons, I do, don't you? And the old treadmill makes me feel ill. I only steal my belly for to fill with my hands, with my fists, with my ballers. I met a woman with a perambulator. She had twins, each had a tater in his hand,
in his fist, in his wallet.
So I leaned into the perambulator, kissed one twin and I took the other's tater in my hand,
in my fist, in my wallet.
I wish
there was no prison like you, don't you? And the old treadmill makes me feel ill. I only steal my belly for the fill with my hands, with my fist, with my wallet.
Now oakum picking gives me a licking, still I like to do a bit of nicking with my hands,
with my fist, with my wallet.
The probation officer was giving me a rocket. Whilst he was at it, I was into his pocket with my hands,
with my fist, with my wallet.
I
wish there was no prison like you, don't you? And the old treadmill makes me feel ill. I only steal my belly for the fill with my hands, with my fist, with my wallet.
Now I've twice been to church. Once was to wed, the other was at night. I came home with some lead in my hands,
in my fist, in my wallet.
And I sold that lead to a kid called Fenner, but he robbed me with his scales, so I only got a tenner in my hands,
in my fist, in my wallet. I wish there was no prison like you, don't you? And the old treadmill makes me feel ill. I only steal my belly for the fill with my hands, with my fist, with my wallet.
Thank you very much. And I don't think you have to stop up and out with this or not, but this is one way you join in the bits that you can. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm pleased to be along here tonight. Well done, you guys, for doing what you've done. And somebody notice it. As I came home on Monday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a hat on my old peg where my old hat should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, silly yet feel, no can't that plainly see? It only is a chamber pot, begum it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er and o'er and o'er, but a chamber pot with a lining in, I've never seen before. And as I came home on Tuesday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a pair of boots upon the step where my old boots should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, no silly yet feel, no can't that plainly see? It only is a pair of slippers, begum it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er and o'er and o'er, but a pair of slippers with hobnails in, I've never seen before. And as I came home on Wednesday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a coat upon the peg where my old coat should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, no silly yet feel, no can't that plainly see? It only is a blanket, begum it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er and o'er and o'er, but a blanket with a collar and belt I've never seen before. And as I came home on Thursday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a shirt across the blanket box where my old shirt should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, no silly yet feel, no can't that plainly see? It only is a pillowcase, begum it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er and o'er and o'er, but a pillowcase with cufflinks in I've never seen before. And as I came home on Friday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a pair of breeches across the end of the bed where my old breeches should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, do silly, I feel, no can't that plainly see. It only is a pair of bloomers, begam it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er, and o'er, and o'er, but a pair of bloomers with braces on I've never seen before. And as I came home on Saturday night, I was drunk as I could be. I saw a head upon the pillow where my own head should be. I said to my wife, the hell of my life, whatever does this mean? She said, do feel, do silly, I feel, no can't that plainly see. It only is a baby boy, begam it is said me. I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er, and o'er, and o'er, but a baby face with whiskers on I've never seen before. And as I came home on Sunday night, I was drunk as I could be, like a frisky tup whose courage is up as his courage ought to be. Not a word was said, I jumped on the bed and I started making free. And then when I woke up in the morning, my head was feeling sore, when Mrs. Green said, thank you, mister, but your house is next door. Well, I've travelled this world o'er, and o'er, and o'er, and o'er, but a tumble like I had that night, I'd never had before.
Over this town, and delighted to welcome Will Noble, Pippa, Lydia, and Cuthbert. Put your hands together.
Oh, hello. We're going to do 3 songs. I'll do one and they'll join in with me to start, and then Cuthbert and Lydia are doing one, whatever it is. We don't know because we never rehearse anything. We have no idea. This is a song from up our end. It's called Merry Mountain Child. It's quite a favourite. I'm sure some of you know it. And, right. Come strike the harp, I long to hear those merry tales of old, ere youth has lost its flowery wreath, and loving hearts grown cold, and loving hearts grown cold. It brings me back those happy days, that bleak and stormy. I hope I've got it at last verse now. What is it? You know it better than me.
We should rehearse.
When roving free and wild, I played about my native home. I played about my native home. I played about my native home. A merry mountain child. Oh, tell me not of other lands across the deep blue sea. This little isle of freedom's sons is dearer far to me, is dearer, dearer far to me. But tell me of that rural cot where happy faces smile and pleasant voices call me there, and pleasant voices irresistible spell. With her irresistible spell. Yet oft I've turned my face away, where youth and beauty smile, to think of all the joys that bless. To think of all the joys that bless. To think of all the joys that bless. And merry mountain child. Then strike the harp, I long to hear those merry tales again. Oh, let me linger o'er those tones, that native mountain strain, that native mountain strain. It brings me back those happy days, that bleak and stormy wild, where nature makes me glad to be. Where nature makes me glad to be. Where nature makes me glad to be. A merry mountain child.
Me and two other boys went on the spree. On our way we met a pear tree. Up this pear tree I did climb, for to get some pears I felt inclined. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day. Up this pear tree I got stranded. The other two lads from me they squandered. 'Twas not the pears that pleased me, but a man and a woman came under this tree. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day. With sweet kisses he embraced her, swore for many a mile he chased her. Pulled off his coat to save her gown, and he gently sits this fair maid down. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day. I shook this pear tree just like thunder. The man and the woman ran away in wonder. 'Twas not the pears that pleased me, but a damn good coat left under this tree. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day. So off to town I ran like fire, the owner of the coat being my desire. The owner of the coat was never found out, so I got a damn good coat for now. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day. So come all you young men, wherever you may be, never go a-courting under a pear tree. Never pull your coats off to save their gowns, for the pears they will come a-tumbling down. To me, hey, me, oh, me, I'm like a daisy. Whack fall the diddle to me, whack fall the day.
Right, we'll finish up with this one. We thought you'd like some songs that we'd plenty to join in with, and I'm sure you'll do justice to this. This is another one again. It came from Holmfirth Way, and it's called Ratty Flowers, or the Holmfirth Anthem. Abroad for pleasure as I was a-walking, it was one summer's evening dear. Abroad for pleasure as I was a-walking, it was one summer's evening clear. 'Twas there
Lydia. We've got a dreamy team here tonight. Wonderful lineup. John is sorted out. It doesn't stop there. We've got more to come. Please welcome Ruth and Sadie Price.
Mr. Willie, yes, this is next year, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good evening.
Hello there, thank you.
Right, we'll just sing. It's not talking, just sing. We're going to sing one from their way.
Just have a swig of gin.
Your eyes are back.
Right, ready? Yeah.
A cat brother sportsman whose melody sound. How the valleys do echo with merry mouth hounds. There's none in this land with where Frith can compare when chasing both Reynard or hunting the hare. When chasing both Reynard, when chasing both Reynard, when chasing both Reynard or hunting the hare. Bright Phoebus looks over yon high eastern hills and darted his race through the meadows and fields. On the 8th of December, that memorable morn, we chased bold Reynard with hound and with horn. We chased bold Reynard, we chased bold Reynard, we chased bold Reynard with hound and with horn. Then for the coon dropped swift as lightning he flew. Tally-ho was the word with bold Reynard in view. No pleasure like hunting we mortals do know. So follow, boys, follow. Tally-ho, tally-ho. So follow, boys, follow. So follow, boys, follow. So follow, boys, follow. Tally-ho, tally-ho. This cunning old traitor no cover could find. Our hounds pursued him as swift as the wind, and all of his strongholds we gathered secure. So crafty old Reynard the chase must endure. So crafty old Reynard, so crafty old Reynard, so crafty old Reynard the chase must endure. Squire Frith was well mounted upon the swift steed. Blackjack was his name, few could match him for speed. The squire and his huntsman no horse flesh would spare when chasing bold Reynard or hunting the hare. When chasing bold Reynard, when chasing bold Reynard, when chasing bold Reynard or hunting the hare. Here's a health to all hunters of every degree, to all jolly sportsmen wherever they may be. In a full flowing bowl we will drink health to all, to that true and brave sportsman, Squire Frith of Banghall. To that true and brave sportsman, to that true and brave sportsman.
Lee said, well, if you can do a song with the Wilsons, do. So we threw the list, our ideas out the window, and we're thinking, well, it's got to be one that's mainly chorus. And when you were talking about Peter Bellamy earlier, well, he was a friend of our family. And when he wrote The Transports in the 70s, the first production of it was on Belgian radio in 1978, and Bert Lloyd was part of it, and he was poorly, so our dad sang on the first production. So we grew up with all that music and knew it all, you know, how you do when that's your influences. But we more recently were asked to sing with a group called She Shanties. With Rachel, we nominated her. She's one too, and there are others dotted about here. And there's 12 of us. We bring shanties to the group, and one of the ones that we got was Roll Down from the Transport. So we'd like to invite the Wilsons and Rachel, if you don't mind.
Honorary Wilson.
If you're not singing, I hope you've got a letter from your mum. Oh, I might have to do this. Right then. Sweet ladies of Plymouth were saying goodbye. We'll rock you and roll you again by and by. Walk around with great boys and roll down, and we will roll down. Walk around with great boys and roll down. For the anchors are away and the sails are unfurled. Roll down. We're bound for to take you halfway round the world. Walk around with great boys and roll down, and we will roll down. Walk around with great boys and roll down. In the wide bay of Biscay, the seas will run high. Roll down. Then poor-sickly transports will wish they could die. Walk around with great boys and roll down. Walk around with great boys and roll down. When the wild coast of Africa ripped down the pier. Roll down. Then poor nervous transports will tremble with fear. Walk around with great boys and roll down, and we will roll down. Walk around with great boys and roll down. When the Cape of Good Hope it is rounded at last. Roll down. Then poor weary transports will long for the past. Walk around with great boys and roll down, and we will roll down. Walk around with great boys and roll down. When the great southern whales in our quarter do spout. Roll down.
you remember the days of the Young Tradition. They're not here tonight, I'm afraid, but we have a representative from them, all the way from New York. Please welcome Heather Wood.
I've been doing this for over 50 years, and to be honest, I get more fun out of other people singing than singing myself. So I want you all to join in, right? This is real simple. I'm going to get the Wilsons to join me. They don't know this one, they'll learn it. A guy called Roger Watson, right? Roger got into singing, loved sea shanties, but he came from a mining family. So he thought, I'll write a mining shanty. So this is it. And the chorus, which has a really difficult chorus, goes turn him up and turn him down. It refers to, going up and down to the pit head, to the, where they do the actual work. Turn him up and turn him down, get it?
It's a bit difficult for us, that one.
You've got a similar one.
And, guys, it has a moral for young gentlemen.
None of them, yeah.
I'll tell you a tale of lad called Jim.
Turn him up and turn him down.
He lived in the pit that he worked in.
Turn him up and turn him down.
He looked off work at 6 at night, and though he lived just down the street, he dropped in the pub just to rest his feet.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Always at him, same old place.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Landlord knew him by his face.
Turn him up and turn him down.
One day Jim had a big surprise, a new barmaid with sparkling eyes. She caused the oil in his lamp to rise.
Turn him up and turn him down.
He brought her wine and he brought her gin.
Turn him up and turn him down.
He started to tickle her beneath the chin.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Up come a fella about 8 foot tall, who made poor Jim feel rather small. He says, mate, you're hewing in my stall.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Justice must be done.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Another ground for to see the fun.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Fight was on and the fist played in, and the colliers bet on who should win. 10-1 against poor young Jim.
Turn him up and turn him down.
The fight went over and Jim got beat.
Turn him up and turn him down.
He was laid off work for more than a week.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Colliers all wherever you are, don't court a girl in a public bar. Catch her when she goes out into the yard.
Turn him up and turn him down.
Now, you know the saying, bringing coals to Newcastle.
They do?
They probably have to these days. So, what I want to do is just tell you something I learned from Louisa Jo Killen, and you'll excuse my pathetic accent, but it's part of the Bible in Pitmatic, right? No, Peter was a bit of a hothead. No, sorry, let's start at the beginning. Picture the scene. It's the Garden of Gethsemane, and the servants of the chief priest have come to arrest Jesus. And Peter was a bit of a hothead, and he pulled out his sword, and he slashed at the servant of the chief priest. "Yeah, you bugger, missed," said the servant. I said, "Peter, wait till you shake your head." I really hope somebody is carrying on the Bible and Pitmatic stories. Johnny, do you know?
God rest you, my daughter.
A small seed from a fir tree fell to a farmer very carefully. Got it? Good. There was a young lady, she worked as a maid, and many's the tune on her fiddle she played. A glad tune, a sad tune, a dark or a fair, but the favourite tune was the old dairy air. Old dairy air, old dairy air, her favourite tune was the old dairy air. There came a young sailor a-walking that way. He'd heard of the lady and the tune she did play. He knocked on her door and he asked of her fare. May I play along on your old dairy air? Old dairy air, old dairy air. May I play along on your old dairy air? She invited him in and they started to play. They played through the night and into the next day. The sailor was nimble and boldly did dare. He played variations on her old dairy air. Old dairy air, old dairy air. He played variations on her old dairy air. And when they had ended and finished their fun, the sailor right back to his ship he did run. The lady said sadly, it doesn't seem fair to leave me alone with my old dairy air. Old dairy air, old dairy air, to leave me alone with my old dairy air. But the very next evening the sailor returned. He said I was happy with what I had learned. So I brought a few friends who are willing to share, and an orchestra playing on the old dairy air. Old dairy air, old dairy air, an orchestra playing on her old dairy air.
Thank you, Heather. I'm about to ask the Wilsons up to finish the night off, but before I do, we have to thank Alistair, Mike Tickell, Alison and Rachel Hamer, Jib, Johnny and Chris, Damien and Mike, Taffy, Jim and Lynette, Will Noble and family, Ruth and Sadie, and Heather Wood. What a wonderful lineup. So give them an applause. Until now, the timing of the concert has been perfect.
Dream on.
I'm now going to hand over to the Wilsons for the next 15 to 20 minutes, and they can prove to you that the Northern Powerhouse really does exist. The Wilson family.
I think Pete said earlier on that there was a few people who said the same thing, which is the brilliant thing about folk music is the grassrootsy type of thing where you can all just sit down and pass the songs around, and that's what we were involved in to start with, and it's just so brilliant that this, apart from the crap MC, it's been an absolute dream.
Could we have a round of applause for the crap MC? If ever there was somebody that could be called a founder member of the Collingwood Folk Club, perhaps from us, I suppose, it would be Pete Burnham. Pete was a collaborator of ours right from the early days and getting folks in going on the north side of the Tees. Yeah.
Let's get a couple of bottles of bubbly. Just
Champagne all round.
But I'd also like to say that we are quite proud of certain honours we've been given, and one of the honours we were given a couple of years back was to be patrons of this wonderful festival. I think it is a wonderful festival, as is proved by what we've heard tonight. I mean, I know there'll be sort of some more bizarre.
Thank you. Natalia's leading the way here by example. You can all.
But if I think again, I speak for us all. If we could have chosen a guest list to have,
he doesn't always speak for us all.
Yeah, if we could have chosen a guest list, none of these people would have been.
Yeah. I think we're in the wrong room, actually.
And just for the record, we hate David and Michael out the young'uns as well, but Sean's a lovely lad.
Right, a couple of songs to sing. How long have we got now?
Oh, 15, 20 minutes. What do you like?
Couldn't give a shit. I don't think you can say shit anymore now we're an award winner, sort of.
You get that removed.
Yeah, you represent the EFDSS.
Couldn't give a bugger.
Oh! Martin can get away with it, can't he? Right, hold on.
I'd like to fluid this.
Liv, how many times have I done it so far? 10 to 7. She's counted because once Lynn Castle was on the side and she said, do you know how many times you blew that bloody thing during the concert? And it was 33 on one side. It was only the pitch pipes.
It was the pitch pipes that she was referring to.
Well, I think I know the key, but I don't know what song we sing.
We've got our award, who gives a shit?
Bugger.
Oh, sorry, bugger.
Shit. Shit, bugger. Shit, I said bugger.
Right.
Polish your mind again. Don't listen, don't listen.
Close your eyes, close your eyes.
One of the biggest components in contributing to this award was beer, because we couldn't have done it without beer, and we're going to sing a song in praise of beer.
Good idea. You've not done that one? No. Right, I don't know, how many have we done up to now?
13. Mike Tickell, do you fancy thinking about a song just while we're going to... The Hunt might be a clue.
Yeah, you think about a song, but
about
make sure it has Kielder and Hunt in the title.
What could that be?
I don't know.
Michael Werner was a clever lad.
What else do you do?
She was the same in New York.
We've been scheduled with Heather quite a bit this weekend. It's going to be real fun.
John Barleycorn is a hero, bold as any in the land. His favour stood for Rangers good and shall forever stand. The whole wide world respects him, no matter friend or foe. And where they be that makes to free, he's sure to lay them low. Hey, John Barleycorn, oh, John Barleycorn, old and young thy praises sung. John Barleycorn, to see him in his pride of growth, his robes are rich and He bids the troubled heart rejoice, brings warmth to nature's cold, makes weak men strong and old men young, and old men brave and bold. Hey, John Barleycorn, oh, John Barleycorn, old and young thy praises sung. John Barleycorn, then shout for great John Barleycorn, nor heed the luscious vine. I have no mind much charm to find in a potent draught of wine. Give me my native nut brown ale, all other drinks are scorn. For English cheer is English beer, our own John Barleycorn. Last time, hey John Barleycorn, oh John Barleycorn, old and young thy praises sung. John Barleycorn.
We were having a chat before the night started, and Jim Eldon was saying to Heather, you know, so what are you doing over the weekend? And she says, oh, I'm doing quite a bit with these lads, with the Wilsons. And he says, well, you know, you're going to have to sort of bully it up a bit when you're singing with those lads. That's quite loud. And she said, I think I managed that. I think I got good practice in when I sang with Peter Belly in Royston Wood. And it was like, yeah, that'll do.
And we did share some real good sort of singing times in New York with Heather down in a cellar somewhere in
yeah, Sting was over the moon when we got the rehearsals the next
He's just tweeted, by the way. Our tells us he's just tweeted. Congratulations, lads. Tweet.
I have to say, when I first met these guys, we have a thing in New York called Exceedingly Good Song Night. And we have it 2 times a month.
And we load the tour.
No, you actually added to it a lot.
Oh.
We have a loose theme, but tortured people who come in with ideas that's vaguely in the theme. But these guys showed up, and it was magic. So that's how I met them.
So what Heather's trying to say is we're very loose.
We've got to say that
that's New York beer for you.
That we actually met Heather a long time before that, but it was only on vinyl.
So, Michael. Mike read out Kathryn's words earlier. When Kathryn emailed me with the sort, she said, I've done the citation. There you go. You know, she said, so that's it done. She said, I can't guarantee that my dad will read it out exactly as I wrote it. She said, he'll probably change things a bit, which I think you did enhance it very much. So it was great. So, yes, so
up to you, sir.
We think it's only right that Mike gives us a song on it.
Hark, hark, I hear lang Will's clear voice song through the Kielder glen, where the raven flaps its glossy wings and the fell fox has its den. There the shepherds they are gathering up with the many's a good yard grew, and wiry terrier fleet and keen, and foxhound fleet and true. Hark away, hark away, oh your bonny hills of Kielder, hark away. Arouse then, Tom, my game old fox, the last time from thy den. For Langwell's voice is cheering far through Leastburn, Shaggy Glen. He's cheering on the gallant hounds, I hear fleet Maudy's cry. Take thy last look on Cairn Brook, ere sunset thou must die. Hark away, hark
Emmet Half and Royal Freydick Thin. There were hounds to read and keel to heed, and Roby by the Lynn, and hounds of fame frae earth and side, the tribeth mustn't crag. Hark, hark, that's Maudy's loud clear note, he has bold Reynard's drag. Hark away, hark away. Still uphold their glorious fame, and see the leash-shod shepherd lads, how the Monkside heights they climb. They're the pride of all the borders wide, for wind and wiry limb. Hark away, hark away. The music o' the gallant pack resounds o'er moor and fell. See yon head gallant waves his blade, list yon loud tally-ho. The fox is up and breaks away o'er the edge of Harcombe flow. Hark away, hark away. Now, right for the Ern and Lynn, by Cairn and Crag, oh Moss and Hag, say glorious is the din. We'll done the rad ever run 'em down, yon Maudie twirls 'em now. The hunt is done, the brush is won, I hear the death hallo. Hark away, hark away. He is a sportsman true. He is to Robbie O big thin and Bob a keel the two. At the Scarp, Rigend and Cassie Clough, back Rigend and the Law, in Tyne and Reed and Arden Heed, they're gallant sportsmen lost. Hark away.
Is this wrapping it up? Or
we're going to get everyone.
So we'll do one and then we'll ask the company to join us on stage for the last 10 minutes. Hooley.
All of those who have a gold badge, that is.
Well, that didn't take long to kick in, did it? But you can borrow a Blue Peter one off Taffy. Oh, he's got both.
Taffy's got both, yeah.
So our Ken's just given away all our introductions
if
to
you were
next
a
year's
prefect at
kids.
school or something like that, if you've got a prefect badge, you can get up for that as well.
Alright, well, Rachel mentioned this song, and we've been singing it for many, many years. It's Close the Courthouse Door by Alex. So we'll sing that, and then we'll ensemble.
Ensemble? Have you seen what it says on these things? It says, no standing, please.
Yeah, that's for rock bands and things like that.
Right, Damien.
Demo, yeah. But, I mean, we'd struggle, some of us would struggle to get our
Struggle
hips
to stand
that
up,
high.
I know.
Close the courthouse door, lad. There's blood inside. Blood from broken hands and feet. Blood that's dried on pit black meat. Blood from hearts that know no beat.
Close the courthouse door, lad. There's blood inside. Close the courthouse door, lad. There's bones inside. Mangled, splendid piles of bones, lie buried neath the pile of stones, and not a soul to hear their groans. Close the courthouse door, lad. There's bones inside. Close the courthouse door, lad. For there's bairns inside. Bairns who knew that mountainside. Bairns who had the time to hide. Bairns beneath the blackness line. Close the courthouse door, lad. There's bairns inside. Close the courthouse door, lad, and stay outside. Johnny's standing at the door, while Mrs. Jackson, like a fool, complains about the price of coal. Close the courthouse door, lad, and stay outside. Close the courthouse door, lad. There's blood inside. Close the courthouse door, lad. There's bones inside. Close the courthouse door, lad. For there's bairns inside. Close the courthouse door, lad, and stay outside.
Rachel, you want to join the ensemble?
You can bring your old fella if you want.
Jimmy, yeah, we have to say that we are partially responsible for Ken's singing. Sorry about that.
Jim,
Mike, have we heard no song anyway?
We haven't got a clue what we're going to sing yet. Oh, I'll tell you what. Well, you know the one that we were going to do with Jim, and then... Yeah, so they're going to do that one. Right. Where's Barrie?
Where's Barrie?
What?
Here's Barrie.
Hey, didn't stop.
Hi, new work.
You sure?
Yeah.
Have you got a bad call?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're all right.
Yes, it's a cracking song.
Come down. Jackie!
You all got wide angle lenses. Barry's saying he's just wrote some new verses to it. The first one starts, the time passes over.
I feel like they work.
Can we do jumping? Peter!
Peter, can we do
Can you see me,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're not going to get out of it, Barry. Go on.
You work, buddy.
Question.
Go on, get yourself up.
Do your name work and then we'll do counts up.
Has anybody got Ingrid in that pocket?
Where's Ingrid?
Should we
Shall we at the toilet?
Somewhere I should be.
Right, Ingrid and Joy.
Yeah, we'll have to go down Ingrid.
I remember one night we sang at Nearcliff and a folk club, and she has this terrible habit when somebody says, "You're singing, Ingrid," she rushes off to the toilet. And she was away an awful long time, I must say. And they were all waiting for me to go on, so I actually had to go on the ladies. I says, "Pull your knickers up, we're on."
A completely different woman came out the...
Yeah, that was a good part.
She went,
Now I'm tired and I'm weary, lad, from going round and round. And the more I think about it now, the more it gets me down. Like going down a tunnel, lads, you're always in the dark. And it's hard to feed the bairns when you've got nae work. Be a builder of the ships, me lad, a digger of the coal. It's enough to tear the heart from out your living soul. And the life it gets much harder when there's nothing but the road. Oh, another day, and you're still not working. Now you rise up every morning, and out you go again. But every place you show your face, the answer's just the same. We've got nae work for you, me lad. Come back next week, they'll say. It's another day that starts in hope and ends up in dismay. Be a builder of the ships, me lad, a digger of the coal. It's enough to tear the heart from out your living soul. And life it gets much harder when there's nothing but the road. Oh, another week, and you're still not working. Now the night'll bring no comfort as torment fills your mind. You hide the pain as you search in vain for something you cannot find. And life it gets much harder as you go on day by day. When Friday brings the weekend, but it doesn't bring you pay. Be a builder of the ships, me lad, a digger of the coal. It's enough to tear the heart from out your living soul. And life it gets much harder when there's nothing but the road. Oh, another month, and you're still not working. You can keep your fancy mansion, sir, your big house in the town. You can wear a velvet jacket, she can wear a silken gown. 'Cause I don't want your charity, all I want is for you to see. Now hear me, lads, a job of work to help you pay your way. Be a builder of the ships, me lad, a digger of the coal. It's enough to tear the heart from out your living soul. And life it gets much harder when there's nothing but the road.
Tickell. Mike? Yeah, Heather's just told us to, so we'll have to. So, this is chiefly yourselves. We've touched on that, we're into this fantastic music scene because of the collectiveness of it, the communities out of it. So, it's a good thing.
Just thank you all for making this such a special night.
Yeah,
yes,
thank
you.
you. Thanks very much. Cheers. We're up to the late night pawnbroker.
Before we start, can we just say...
What's the going rate for gold?
I'm going to find out in a moment.
Before we start, can I just say, great to the lads. The song was super. We didn't know what the hell was going to happen, and they kept it all together.
Thanks to the bar staff as well for... Just remember who said that. It's Mike Wilson.
And a really, really big thank you to a fantastic MC.
He has been our friend for over 4 years, and we actually do like him quite a lot.
He is small.
Thanks for sharing that, Steve.
And thank you to John Borden who's just walked in.
Hey! John, are you going to...
Time passes.
Come on, John. Come on. Come on.
Anyway.
Come on, you got to see it. As John Borden.
Should we do it? We've been working on some material for the Barrack Room Ballads, and this is our musical director for Sunday's show. Fantastic guy.
John Borden.
Johnny Moore.
You might have changed a little from the previous images.
Well, the people's blind from sad finds of
We've got a CD and he did the songs for the Barrack Room Ballads, and I'm going to flog it on it. It's brilliant.
This is the worst day of my life.
He's going to stop doing Johnny Does Jake, and he's going to do Johnny Does Borden.
No, it's more than Does Borden.
Right.
Anyway.
Chiefly yourself.
Christ, Doc's filming this as well. Hi, Mum.
I'll say hi, John.
Right, here we go. The chorus.
Oh, how does it start, Heather? Who's again? The key, not the first word. I don't know if you used to work with the young tradition, but we work with the key normally, not with the first word.
We'll turn these microphones to
Proper music.
Sorry, lads. I mean, brilliant job.
What we should do is turn them that way. Turn them that way. Yeah.
Yes, I have to just say what a great job the sound team did.
Just turn them off.
It's like the opposite of Bob Dylan going electric.
Oh, Chris is
Right on you.
Troopy.
It's one of those games where you switch it round and then things happen.
Oh, it's on Meg. Turn it off.
Well done, Linda Hardcastle. I tell you what, if you come on Sunday night, all your harmonies for recessional, I've learnt them all.
And then did
you see, they've got the wrong key.
And what's the first word, Heather?
2, 3.
The time passes over more cheerful and gay, since we've learnt a new act to drive sorrows away. Sorrows away. Sorrows away.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.